Hello, my name is Logan Cohen. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist and approved supervisor with both the American Association of Marriage and Family Therapy and the North Carolina Board of Licensed Professional Counselors. I'm also the founder of New Leaf Counseling Group in Charlotte, North Carolina. I want to take a few minutes to speak with you today about my own personal story to psychology, how I came into the field of treating those experiencing emotional pain. I actually knew I wanted to be a therapist my whole life. I'm one of those weirdos, even before I knew about the profession as a formal craft. When I was a kid, I used to listen to my mother tell me stories about working with teenagers in inner city Atlanta and group home settings as a young social worker. I don't think I ever wanted to do anything else with my professional life. Not only was there a degree of intergenerational family legacy regarding psychology-related fields, but I also knew all too well what it is like personally to grow up in a complicated family. I come from a family ridden with intergenerational trauma, psychiatric illness, and addiction. I believe that I was in my own therapist's office in Portland, Oregon in my early 20s when I realized that in my own professional therapy practice, I merely do for and with people what I wish a professional would have done for my own growing up. Since a very young age, I had to grow attuned to how to stop a family fight before it happened or soothe feelings before they even got hurt. Now as a professional therapist, I utilize this heightened emotional attunement crafted over my years as a sensitive child in my own family, then combine this wisdom with over 10 years of field experience in the most current evidence-based research and interventions available to the field. Beyond my own personal experiences with mental illness and addiction in my own family growing up, I also had the privilege of accessing intergenerational stories of family resilience that have grown into a significant part of my identity as an adult. I'm the grandson of a Holocaust survivor who lived through arguably the most infamous concentration camp of them all, Auschwitz. On the other hand, my grandfather was rescued by the most famous German national to humanitarian efforts during World War II, Oskar Schindler. Schindler was a German citizen who utilized his position of privilege to save over 1,200 Jews from extermination at the hands of Hitler and the Nazis. My grandpa Sam happened to be one of those lucky 1,200 before he was even 12 years old. The story was actually captured in a major motion picture directed by Steven Spielberg called Schindler's List that won a few Academy Awards in 1994. My grandpa Sam was given a chance to survive by Schindler, and he was able to make a life in America. As a result, he had his own children, and eventually I came on the scene. As a kid growing up in Atlanta, my family and I got to live 8 houses down the street from my grandpa Sam growing up. When all the chaos would be happening inside my own home as a kid, Sam's house was a bike ride away, and he was a constant source of calm and stability through my tumultuous childhood. As a young adult, I only began to realize the depth of what my grandpa Sam experienced during his own childhood as the Third Reich was coming to power in 1930s Poland. Now, as a professional therapist, I lean into these stories of resilience in my own family history to remind myself of the rugged and resilient nature of compassion towards life, regardless of how insurmountable the immediate big picture might look. I appreciate you making a few moments to sit down and hear a little bit about my personal story, how I got to the field of psychology and started New Leaf Counseling Group in Charlotte, North Carolina. Please feel free to check us out online at www.newleafclt.com for more information about the practice, as well as other clinicians who are available. And remember, we have room for you to grow.